Good afternoon to all of you who are tuned to our Facebook Live. My name is Baine Bridget. I'll be the host. We are having the Kampala Hockey Club KHC live series where we are getting our players to engage with you and share with you their story so that you can get to know more of them, especially in this time where we are locked down. But we hope that through this platform you'll be able to get to know your players better and also the fans to get to know the rest of the KHC community. Today we are hosting a very, very special guest. He has been a pioneer. He is a pioneer of the club. He has held the position of chairperson for two terms. He drafted the Kampala Hockey Club constitution and has played hockey since 2003. Very, very interesting lineup here. I would like to encourage all of you to encourage a friend to log into our Facebook Live for the interview of Mr. Kawalya Ronald. It will be fun, it will be interactive, and I believe that each and every one of you will leave this series knowing Kawalya just a little bit more and extra. Please don't feel shy to leave your comments in the comment section of your Facebook Live series. We shall take up some and shall answer as many as we possibly can. Mr. Ronald Kawalya will be on shortly, but otherwise I hope that we are all taking the safety precautions during this time of the COVID pandemic. Sadly, the situation we are in doesn't permit us to have sports resuming so early, but we hope that with the grace of God we shall be back soon. However, I hope each of us has a mask. This is a cotton one, 3-layered. I hope we can access a mask. I hope we are sanitizing our hands, washing our hands, and keeping safe throughout this COVID period. Please follow us on our different social media platforms. On Facebook is Kampala Hockey Club Uganda, established 2009. The established is EST. On Instagram it's Kampala Hockey Club, and on Twitter is Kampala Hockey Club. I'd like to thank all those that have so far joined us. Judith Mirembe, Bire Zion Wandera, we thank you so much for joining us, and we hope that as we wait for Kawalya to join us, we can have more people on board. Kampala Hockey Club is a field hockey playing club, and we've taken off this time to interact with you on our social media platforms. We predominantly were playing from Lugogo, the Lugogo Hockey Stadium in Lugogo, but due to the COVID pandemic, that's on hold. So we believe we can reach out to our community better here. Please let us know again in the comment section how you're doing, how you're faring, how you think probably we can get better at this being our first live series. But otherwise, we appreciate all of you that are tuning in, and we look forward to having an amazing session with Mr. Ronald Kawalya. For those that don't know me, maybe a little bit, my name is Baine Bridget. I am the General Secretary, Kampala Hockey Club. I'm glad to be your host for the first ever KHC live series. KHC is the short form for Kampala Hockey Club. And today our guest is Mr. Ronald Kawalya. He drafted the Kampala Hockey Club Constitution, which is a very vital document for any sports organization. He has been the chairperson of the club twice. He has played hockey since 2003, which is a huge, huge achievement. So shortly we shall be having him join us. But thank you all for tuning in, and we shall continue from here. Thank you. Today's host for the live series is The Garden. It's located at Forest Mall, Lugogo. It is a natural organic fruit store, and also they do a lot of amazing organic juice. So for those of you that are willing to pass by or that can order, please make sure you order through The Garden. Forest Mall, Lugogo. They're open from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. As we wait for Mr. Kawalya Ronald, Kampala Hockey Club is, I want to say, is one of the largest clubs that Uganda Hockey has, and we have a very, very large community here. We appreciate all those that are tuning in. I can see Angela Epilo, thank you so much. We are just being patient, waiting for Mr. Kawalya Ronald to join us. Kampala Hockey Club has a long list of different activities, different items that it holds really dear. And for us, our online community is really precious. I would like to take this opportunity, to thank the marketing and communications team that is being led by Miss Nachinto Angela. I think they're a very amazing team to come up with this, especially in this time. Would like to thank all those that have continuously checked on us, for the different people that, we need to look out for each other, yeah? So I'd like to thank all those that have looked out for one another during this time, especially on our different platforms. Please don't feel afraid. Do make sure to contact anyone from Kampala Hockey Club, and they will surely connect you to us. Yeah, it's one whole big lovely family, and we are welcome to all people being on board with us. Okay, so let me just check a little to see how far Mr. Kawalya Ronald has arrived. Sorry for that disruption. We are back. Kampala Hockey Club is a large sports fraternity, and as we wait for Mr. Ronald Kawalya to join us, I hope we can write in the comment section different ideas that you'd like to share with us, probably different comments towards any questions that you'd like to ask Mr. Ronald Kawalya, because he has been in the club for so long, since this was formed, yeah. So I think that is a very vital he's a very vital guest for us. Mr. Ronald Kawalya has joined us. Allow me bring him to this interview. Just a little connection problem, but we should be with him shortly. Yes, he should be joining. For those that have joined us, Mr. Kawalya Ronald.
Yes, please.
How are you?
I am well. How are you there?
I'm good. Please, the masses would like to know, who is Mr. Kawalya Ronald? Are these rumors? Is it the truth? But we've been telling them that Mr. Kawalya Ronald is out there. Please give us a short introduction to who you are.
Yeah, my name is Kawalya Ronald. I'm a member of Kampala Hockey Club. I joined the club in 2009, sorry, and I've been with the club on this journey together with most of the members here. Yeah, I started playing hockey in 2003. I have been chairman of Kampala Hockey Club for about 2 terms. I've actually served as chairperson Kampala Hockey Club on 2 occasions. I am a proud member of the Kampala Hockey Club Constitutional Review Commission. So we are the ones who sat down and we are the ones who sat down and promulgated or drafted the constitution of the club. Yeah, I played hockey while I was at Budo. I remember I scored so many goals when I was still on the school team. Yeah, we started the club in 2009, and yeah, here we are. We are even on the Facebook Live. Yeah, thank you so much for having me. I'm happy to be here.
Yes. Now, what was your shirt number?
Yeah, that's a very tight question for me to answer. I started off as shirt. I hope, and I don't fear any contradiction, but I now step on some people's toes here. I started off wearing shirt number 14, but because Sereko wanted it so badly, we moved. I took shirt number 7. But then later on, as the most versatile player that Kampala Hockey Club has ever had, I ended up in goal, and I took shirt number 1. But then the competition in goal increased, and by the time by the time I last featured in goal, I was wearing shirt number 22 or 23.
Was the taking you back in numbers a sign of your retirement, or they were just,
No, it was not a
random?
sign of it was not a sign of my retirement. Actually, that was way back in 2014. I hope people can hear me. 2014.
I can hear you.
Yeah, but because I had to take on several roles, the versatility increased. I ended up becoming a coach player, but the coach that was there earlier had dropped me. I had become second fiddle, so I could no longer take shirt number 1. So that's why I ended up with shirt number 3. And of course, there was a dip in form, but it was not sending me into retirement because I'm still actively playing.
That's nice. Please, just give us a brief insight into some of your achievements and setbacks as regards hockey.
I will start with my the disachievements or the failures. Having been on this journey since 2009, Kampala Hockey Club, both the Swans, those are the ladies, and those are the Stallions are the men. We have not been able to deliver a Uganda Hockey Association National League to our fans and to our friends and our families. It is something that gives me sleepless nights, but I know the people in charge are working on it. Number 2 is that we have failed to develop the game beyond schools and beyond the obvious Lugogo. I look forward to a day when hockey is played in the communities, neighboring Lugogo, and even the communities, for instance, where I stay here in Mbarara. People should be able to play at a community level, because now you see institutions have closed, so we don't have, we're not being allowed to play. But I would like the game to go beyond schools. Achievements, really. Yes, we've achieved. We are able to field teams. We're able to send out coaches. So many people have learned the game and they're now coaching. Administratively, I think we have been able to mentor so many other leaders. So many people are coming in to lead and to work as administrators in the club. And yeah, I think anyway, maybe I wouldn't want to preempt the interview, but playing at Africa is also one of my biggest achievements for Kampala Hockey Club. In 2014, we were able to play in the Africa Cup, Africa Club Championships. But following, because we have not been able to be on top or number 2 in the league, we haven't been qualifying. That is one. And number 2, logistically, we have not been able to send a team beyond that. My other achievements also as a player was, of course, being able to travel with the club and play elsewhere. We played in Tanga, we played in Kenya. Yeah. And of course, the other thing that really makes me happy with the Kampala Hockey Club is allowing us to have a family field days with our friends and family.
Looking on the bigger aspect that you had hinted on, how do you think we can get better to attending and playing on an international level? One would argue that we played Africa Cup because it was in Kampala, but how many opportunities have we passed on because they are not in Kampala? How best do you think we can work?
First of all, that playing at an international level to me is easy. But with the ease of it, there is a problem of the quality of the hockey we are going to play there. Let me give you an example of the last time we played at Africa. We conceded on average 10 goals per game.
On
average, 10 goals
okay.
per game. Yeah. So that shows you that the range that the people who we are competing with are really far off. They're really there is a big gap. A big gap between us and the people we wish to compete with at the international scene. So we must work hard and make sure that we improve the game. Number 2, we must look beyond ourselves in the logistical side of it, in looking for the monies to send the teams there, the cost implication. We must look, first of all, within ourselves and also reach out to other people
outside
to help us. Yes.
Well, that's interesting. Tell us about KHC. I understand it has celebrated 11 years this year. Tell us about the 11 years of its existence.
Yeah, it's been a very interesting journey. Starting, first of all, this was not a one-man's idea because, of course, hockey is a team game. And everyone has played a part, from the people we played with at school, to the people we met at Lugogo, to the people who coached us while playing at school, and to the kids we have coached who have now come in to take over the club and move it forward.
It's a cycle.
Yeah, it's a cycle. So the journey has been treacherous, though very interesting.
Okay.
Yeah, starting off was really hard, to the extent that we would have to use tops that we would get from wherever. There are some pictures, I know people will share them here, of the shirts and whatever was being used. Yeah, and all of us had to play a part. You're a player, you're the coach, you're the water boy, you're everything. And there was no administrative system. All these things that you've heard about, technical committee, council, etc., were not there. Then there was a time when we really competed with winning the league. But some people say that was not. Some people may think that it should not count because some teams had not taken part in that league. Then another challenge that we've also faced on the journey is the ladies' side. Working with ladies, personally, I found it challenging. But we worked very hard to make sure that we have a ladies' side that plays. And yes, we now have a ladies' side. I remember we also tried having an under 19 side for the gentlemen, and that also competed very well. Actually, let me take you a little bit back. Starting off, we were more of an open tournament side. We would mobilize in an ad hoc manner and play maybe the Easter Cup or the Independence Open or something like that. Yeah, there have of course been ups and downs. We have enjoyed. So many people have come on board, others have left. But yes, here we are.
What are a few concepts that you could say the club could use to fine-tune themselves to perform on a greater level and still achieve these goals that we still want? Because of course the league is still on our table, and of course tournaments and international engagements. But is that something that you have probably picked from the international community, because you know they are more developed, that we can impart in the club to play the sport better?
On the international scene, we need to, of course, we need to form, we need to nurture within ourselves a style of play, so that someone knows that this style of play is synonymous with Kampala Hockey Club. That when I go out to coach at Chizova Girls, I am going to teach them the hockey that Musoke Delph is going to coach at City High, that Nsereko is going to be coaching at Nabumali. Okay, we need to have a Kampala Hockey Club style of play. That is one. Number three, the systems have to work. Everyone has to be doing their job. If you're to play a role of a water boy, please do it at 100%. If you're a technical director,
give it your best.
Yes, give it your all. And we also need to take advantage of our opponents' weaker times. Let me give you an example. There was a time when Weatherhead Hockey Club was struggling, but we did not take advantage of that to be able to compete with them. Weatherhead Hockey Club was struggling, and yet for us, we were firing from all cylinders, but we would get there and fail to beat them. There was a time when Wananchi Hockey Club was also struggling, but would not be able to beat them. Yes, we would beat them, but for very small margins. Yeah, and yeah, anyway, everyone, for us to fire from all cylinders, we need to be able to play our part. If you're a player, please give us 100%. If you're a water boy, give us 100%. If you're a coach at one of our development schools, please give it 100%. Yes, there are challenges. You may be lacking some monies or what, but let's try our level best and make sure that the brand grows.
You have been in leadership of the club for a while now. I believe you have an expert opinion, but I would like to know, how come you have not yet mentioned any intentions to stand at Uganda Hockey Association?
I think that question is very unfair to me. The COVID period, COVID has allowed the association to thrive without organizing an AGM. Being at Kampala Hockey Club leadership gave me an opportunity to be an insider in the association, because being chairperson of the club, you sit, and the club would send me as one of its officials. Actually, I used to hold the Kampala Hockey Club vote in my jacket as the chairperson. Yes, the intentions are there. Why not? If I have led the best club in the country, why not go for the association? Yes, why not? Yes, I will. Once given the opportunity. If the club seconds me and they forward my name, why not? I will take it. I won't disappoint.
I hope the club administration is following us and listening interestingly to this conversation. Mabanja, how has the COVID time been? How has the lockdown been?
Yeah, the lockdown has been like this. I know they can see. That is one. Actually, to take you a little bit back, before we went into this lockdown, I had surfaced at Lugogo, and those who watched the game, I don't remember, but I played about 2 games, and I was trying to make a point to the technical people, the director, and the coaches that I am here to play. That is one. So when the lockdown came in and there was no play for us here, I am allowed to run out and jog. I am very fit. I have read. I have sat down and read. I have also reflected. And yeah, of course, financially, there have been challenges because the shops are closed and we are not working. But well, everyone is suffering the same fate. Yeah, we've also
Yeah.
learned lessons that if you don't save something, you may struggle when the rainy day comes. But well, yeah, it's what it is.
How do you expect the hockey community to adjust to this pandemic? What measures do you think they can put in place, and what smart ideas could you give to the hockey fraternity?
Yeah, idea number one is platforms like these. By this morning, I had not interested myself in a platform like this. I was on the other side of the Zooms. The fraternity should take advantage of this because there's things beyond being on the turf playing. So much activity can be done on platforms like this electronically. Then the other, of course, we must follow the guidelines by the health experts. Those ones have been discussed. Wash your hands, don't touch there, don't touch where, sanitize. And well, yes, hockey is a team sport and it's a contact game. Given the opportunity, we shall play again, following the guidelines. And then I think this is the time for us to embrace the new normal, which emphasizes smaller numbers. I would want to enjoy hockey fives, hockey sevens on smaller pitches, indoor hockey, etc. The association and the administrators of the club can think of that, and we harness such ideas.
Yes, I also use this time mostly to read, yes, but I hope that the hockey fraternity has, of course, used this time to plan. Yeah, that's, I think, the topmost thing that I really hope that the hockey, especially the Young Hockey Association, has used this time to plan with consultation from leaders. Because once we come back, it's not going to be business as usual. We're going to have to fine tune skills to meet to the new normal. Yeah. So personally, for me, that is, I think, my expectation of the hockey community. I just hope that, of course, everyone is safe, is following the guidelines, the masks, sanitizers, all that. Yeah, to keep safe and help us manage this pandemic. Yeah. So there are a few questions that, of course, people would like you to answer ahead before we end this live interview.
Yeah.
How would you describe yourself?
No, first of all, what you see is what you get. I love the warmth of people. I love a good conversation. I love to break sweat, and yes, I want to be remembered as someone who fought for those for the small people, for the small people. Yeah, I think that what you see is what you get. Yeah. What you see is what you get. And in most times, even when I am serious, I am not serious.
You have to have that little fun, in everything really in life. So,
Sorry?
you have to have that little fun and not be too serious,
Yeah.
It kills the whole, Yes. So
Yeah.
now, for those that don't know you and are watching us, what if it wasn't for field hockey? What sport would you probably be in? You never know. You probably be playing in Switzerland. I don't know, France.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, had it not been for Stanley Tamale's persistence and, of course, Mchalaka Dugaliwango, by the time I did my S2, I thought of myself, and I had actually confused my mother that she should invest in me so that I could end up in London at the Arsenal Academy. If I was not playing hockey, I would be playing soccer. Yeah, and if I was not doing that, if I had earlier learned that boxing is a quicker sport to go to the Olympics, I would be a boxer.
Mama, are you sure you would handle those, punches and different boxing styles?
Yeah. If at 30 I can knock out people, why not? If I had started it when I was my son's age, 7 months, I would be an Olympian. I would be an Olympic gold medalist.
Oh, congratulations on the young stallion. You didn't
Yeah,
mention
yeah,
being a father.
yeah, yeah. Thank you.
Ye-
Thank you.
Yes. What did you enjoy most about being a chairperson for someone who has held the position for 2 terms? What has been your biggest highlight?
Uh, my biggest highlight, it would take me, because you've ambushed me. My biggest highlight would again be 2014. I think 2014 uh, uh, developed my hockey brains so much. I was able, as chairperson, I was able to take on a lead role as a coach. I was able to, without any badges, I was able to lead the Stallions. I was able to move with Kampala Hockey Club to Tanga, where I beat up on Kenyans. Then fast forward, I think celebrating 10 years was that achievement, because when I sat down,
That was amazing.
as we were enjoying the dinner, the anniversary dinner, that's I sat down. I remember I was with Dr. Emmanuel Owochu, and then I appreciated the years, the years that the club had actually moved. So it reminded me of the first games that we played with those of Ojok, the late Ofumbi, those of Chirabira Arafat, who have since left. And so the highlight was the persistence, because personally, there are times when I give up and say, well, no, I won't go, or I am too
Yeah.
far, I will not be able. But the thing that keeps me going back is that even when I have not gone, I know Derek Ringtho will be there, and he will go out of his way to be there. Then I
The
get to Lugoko, and then
Lions.
I find the Namule Maze there, even for games that for the Stallions games. Then there was a time the Wakisas, the Webos, would move from Kenya, which is about 6 hours, to Lugogo. Yet me, I am just here in Mbarara. So all those things, the reflection of people's warmth to the club is my highlight, and it's what inspires me to stay around.
That's really nice. It's believed you are a lover of food.
Mm. Not more
What
than
is
some
your best
domestic one.
dish? Of course, Sam is.
Yeah,
What is your best dish?
my best dish, of course, I will always if I'm served posho, I will serve posho. And if with that posho you serve me those those fresh beans, I have not said French beans, I have said fresh beans. Those fresh beans in Runyankore, they call them entondore. Then you can throw in
Mm.
a few pieces of meat. I am good to go.
And that's a wrap for you. As long as you have those three, you are good to
Yeah,
go.
if I have, yeah, I could also have some bit of rice.
Yeah, it's 50-50, but it's not as good as the posho, eh?
Yeah, if I have posho, beans, and some nyama nyama, I am good to go.
I mean, who is your favorite sports legend?
Sports legend. That's also one
Yes,
of those
sports
hard
legend.
questions. This COVID period has also given us the time to watch so many
Mm,
sports biographies. But
yes.
yeah, growing up, I I love Steven Gerrard, former Liverpool player. I love Steven Gerrard. Then here in Uganda, uh, I would maybe say Jackson Mayanja. And then for
Okay.
hockey, when I started playing hockey, I wanted to play like Mulati of
Hey,
Navumali.
hey,
Yeah.
that is
Yeah. So
interesting.
Steven Gerrard, and then for hockey, Mulati. I want to play like Mulati.
Let's now that you're going to be more frequent, I believe that it's not too late. You said 30. It's not too late to really start and keep aspiring to play like him.
Thank you. Thank you.
Uh,
Thank
the
you.
next question is, what would do you want to be remembered for in life?
I want to be remembered as a very simple person. Very simple person. What you see is what you get. And then I don't
That's
want
the
to be
most.
remembered for having anything. What I want to be remembered for is that I want to be remembered as a very simple person and a lover of life. That is all.
That is nice. That's interesting. Besides playing, what do you look forward to doing as regards hockey? Is there something that you really, really look forward to doing as you play?
Yeah. Yeah. I had a stint as an amateur hockey coach at Kampala Hockey Club, the men, and at Namiriango College. Uh, I would again love, if the opportunity is available to me, I would love to go and pick my badges, because I know the game. I know the game. But these days, I cannot now raise my hand if for coaching if Maktum Muziransa is there or Sereko Moses, because for them they already have the badges. So even if you say, you know what, me I know the game reading, they will simply tell you, please present your papers and we'll give you the job. So I would love to be given the opportunity to go ahead and coach. I have also tickled my mind in administration at the association level. If given the opportunity, I would take it.
That's nice to hear. What's the biggest lie? This one should be able to tickle you a little bit, but we hope you can be as honest as possible.
Mm.
What's the biggest lie you have told to miss training for a match?
Uh, uh, the biggest lie that I have told to miss training or a game.
Yes.
And I once lied to those guys that I had driven to my father's farm.
And how was that
Yet
exactly supposed to play out? Yes.
yet I was across the road at Forest Mall, seated there doing something.
Oh my God, so close.
Mm. I was doing something.
Was this the coach, or was this was it a training session, or it was a match?
Sorry?
Was this a training session or it was a match?
It was one of those matches matches that the Stanleys used to organize. Some silly hockey series with with the Weatherhead guys, and we used to beat up on them. But the Stanleys wanted us to keep on doing what, having those series every weekend, playing the same week opponents.
I hope Stanley has the same opinions about this game, and the reason justifies till now. Maybe to ask, what has been your best match you have played?
There was a game I played in Tanga. Unfortunately, by then we did not have. We're not as sophisticated as we were. We never recorded those games, but there was a game I played in Tanga at the Phoenix Open against there was that team called Dark Ulcer. I remember I was in goal. The Serekos and the Kafumas will tell you. Actually, by then, Coach Joshua Polotu was the one coaching, but I pulled off some really serious saves. I would punch the ball out. Those guys were so good. They would try to drag flick on grass, but I would punch the ball. I would hit it with my pads and it flies out. Yeah. So I remember I made so many saves. So many saves. Those circles, we'll talk about it. Yeah, I think that was my best game. Then there was also a game against Kololo SS at City High, and were playing with those big guys. And because the Ojangoles were the guys in the association. By then, Ojangole and Sanyu, they organized the schools open, and the game started a bit late. So we played the final. I think it was the main game of the day when it was getting a little bit dark. And the Kololo boys, because they were Kololo guys, they were playing a lot of cricket. So they would start hitting the ball. The Obosos, Derek Akua, and so many other guys. I forget their names. And I think even Owili was there. And at the back for us, we had Adam Kanuma. So Adam and Stanley were the guys who would hit the ball. So I kept on saying that Haj Habib also borrows it and starts shouting, shoot, send a shot. So the Stanleys would send a shot, and my job was to simply run into the D and deflect the ball. But this time round, one of those kids, I think it was either Sandy or the Saddams, got the ball, somehow passed it to me. In controlling it, I turned and beat the guy who was marking me, and I had an open shot at the goalkeeper. Yeah, to cut the long story short, I converted. The game ended 1-0. Budo won the nationals. And Monday morning in the geography class, Mchala Kadu told everyone to stand up and clap for me for saving their school.
Big achievement.
Yeah. So I think those two games. Those two games stand out.
Were your best matches? Which ones were your worst?
Sorry?
Which games have been your worst?
My worst game. Actually, my worst game it was in 2014, the one that sent me into that sabbatical that everyone is always talking about. Starting the tournament, the coach benched me because I was out of form, and Dante by then was number 1. Dante was in goal for the first game, and I think they conceded about 11 goals. Yeah, about 11 goals against was it Ghana Revenue Authority? Then
About that? Yeah.
Yeah. So that game, my worst game. My worst game was that 2014 against Egypt Police.
I told you, how many goals did you receive that day? Against Egypt Police.
I received. Sorry.
How many goals did they?
I conceded for. Yeah, I conceded 14 goals.
14.
No, 14.
Yes, we'd like to have it on record here so that, when Mr. Rico is having an argument, he has some good basis, the goals. Because he remembers that heartache, back pain, all those different pains somehow emerged after you ate the goals. But irrespective, I think it was a good. I don't know if you could tally up the goals that you conceded during the SEC. I wonder how many there would be, roughly, if you could remember.
Thing is,
The number of goals. I think I recall where I think the Stallions ate like, were they only 40? If I count the 14, then I count the 7 here, 7 there, we may be like in 40 goals.
it was something else.
It was, but I'm very sure you were very confident before the tournament began.
Yeah, we were very confident because we had worked, we had run, we had a very good coach.
And I think that's very vital for the championship and being the first that Kampala Hockey Club was participating in.
Yeah.
What plans do you have for the next season? I don't know whether the season will start in this 2020 that is already in June, or it will start in August, but the next season that we can play.
My personally, I want to play.
So, are you planning on having a certain workout routine? Are you planning on playing a different position this year, this season coming round? What different thing are you bringing to the table?
I want to play, and I want to tell the coaches that I want to play in my favorite position, which is goal.
And I think that's going to take some time, unless it comes naturally to you, because you have to train, probably get used to the. I've won the goalkeeper's kit once, but I am humbled whenever I hear someone say they actually want to go back to goal. But it's not as easy as we see.
They know when I put on those pads, I am as light as a feather.
We're waiting to see whenever and wherever the next season has us. So,
Yeah.
Mabanja, thank you so much for coming for the first live series of
Yeah.
the KHC. Thank you for sharing with us. I hope that your story can be impactful to everyone that has tuned in and everyone that will watch this video. Any few remarks or words that you would like to leave for those that are watching us?
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you for. Yeah. Thank you for having me. And I have been seeing down here my family is saying I should say hello to them. Yeah, I send greetings to my family. My boy Amani, Apollo, Lucas, Anan, Adonai, my wife Fran, all my friends, and to Kampala Hockey Club and to the wider hockey fraternity. We are still very few. We need more people to join us. Keep fit and stay safe.
Thank you. I wish all those that have tuned in amazing evening, an amazing time. We hope to be here tomorrow at 3 p.m. with our guest. And I hope that everyone can tune in and enjoy the Kampala Hockey Club story. Thank you so much. See you tomorrow.